Losing a loved one is one of life's most profoundly difficult experiences. In the midst of heavy grief, you are often faced with overwhelming decisions about how to honor their memory. This sudden pressure of end-of-life planning can create confusion and stress at a time when you need comfort the most, but it doesn't have to be this way. Understanding your options can actually bring a sense of clarity and peace. Today, we will gently guide you through the three main types of end-of-life services: the traditional funeral, the memorial service, and the celebration of life, helping you choose the path that best honors your loved one's unique journey. The traditional funeral service is what often comes to mind first when saying goodbye. Held shortly after a person's passing, this service is deeply rooted in long-standing customs. Its defining feature is the presence of the body, allowing friends and family to gather around an open or closed casket. These services frequently incorporate religious or spiritual elements, offering comfort through familiar prayers and readings. The casket serves as a powerful focal point, creating a shared space to acknowledge the reality of the loss. The traditional structure usually begins with a visitation or wake, offering an intimate setting for condolences. This is followed by a formal service held in a church or funeral home chapel, typically guided by an officiant. Next is the committal, the final act of laying the loved one to rest through either a cemetery burial or a dignified cremation ceremony. Often, families will then host a post-service reception, gathering to share a meal, offer mutual support, and reflect on fond memories. Most importantly, the traditional funeral provides a necessary framework for structured grieving. During a time of immense emotional chaos, this predictable sequence of events, often supported by a dedicated funeral director, helps families process their grief and begin the difficult journey of saying a final, meaningful goodbye. While a traditional funeral occurs shortly after a passing, a memorial service offers a different kind of flexibility. The key distinction is that the physical body of the deceased is not present. Because of this, families have much more freedom in choosing the timing and location of the gathering. It can take place weeks or even months after the passing, allowing out-of-town guests ample time to make travel arrangements and gather together. Without the immediate presence of a casket, the atmosphere naturally shifts toward shared remembrance and storytelling. The focus is placed entirely on the life that was lived, highlighting the personal legacy left behind. Friends and family come together to celebrate the person's unique journey, often surrounded by cherished memories. It is a time for collective mourning, but also for healing through the shared bonds and community support of those who loved them. Memorial services frequently incorporate deeply personal and interactive elements that beautifully reflect the individual's passions. You will often see elaborate photo tributes and hear carefully curated music that held special meaning for the departed. Eulogies and open mic storytelling encourage attendees to step forward and share heartfelt anecdotes. Finally, symbolic gestures, such as lighting candles together in a darkened room, offer a profound moment of reflection, uniting everyone in a shared tribute of light and love. A celebration of life is exactly what it sounds like, a gathering designed to emphasize the beautiful life that was lived, rather than focusing solely on the sorrow of death. Unlike a traditional funeral, these services are typically more informal, highly personalized, and filled with a joyful spirit. Because there are no strict rules or rituals to follow, a celebration of life can be as unique as the individual it honors. The core focus is to reflect the true personality, passions, and spirit of the departed. Every element of the event is an opportunity to showcase what made them special. This personalized approach means you can incorporate the things they loved most. You might hear their favorite upbeat music played by a small live band, or find their preferred foods being served to guests. Friends and family often take turns sharing humorous anecdotes, heartwarming memories, and stories that bring smiles instead of tears. It is also common to feature interactive elements or displays that highlight the person's hobbies. Whether it is a carefully arranged collection of vintage cameras, an easel displaying their favorite paintings, or a memorial garden setup, these touches make the event deeply personal. The gathering often culminates in a joyful tribute, leaving attendees with a sense of warmth and celebration. So, how do you choose? Let us compare these three options. The most significant difference is the presence of the body. A traditional funeral happens quickly, usually within days, with the body present in a casket. Memorial services and celebrations of life offer much more flexibility. Because the body is typically cremated or already buried, you can schedule these events weeks or even months later, giving family time to travel and plan. Next, consider the tone and formality. Funerals tend to be structured, formal, and focused on mourning. Memorials offer a blend, allowing for grief, but often in a more relaxed setting. A celebration of life flips the script entirely, prioritizing joy, storytelling, and honoring the deceased's passions and hobbies. When making your final decision, consider the expressed wishes of your loved one, your family's emotional readiness, and your cultural or religious beliefs. Practical factors like location and budget also play a major role. Whether you opt for a traditional service, a flexible memorial, or an uplifting celebration, the right choice is the one that best honors their memory and supports your healing process. Planning a final farewell might seem daunting, but taking practical steps now offers a profound gift to your loved ones: peace of mind. Pre-planning removes the burden of guesswork during an already difficult time, allowing your family to focus on what truly matters. Start by having open, honest conversations with your family about your final wishes. Next, take the time to select a reputable funeral home or service provider that makes you feel comfortable and understood. Documenting your choices in a clear plan ensures your voice is heard. You will also need to carefully consider your preferences for disposition. Take time to explore your options. You might prefer the familiarity of a traditional cemetery burial, the flexibility of cremation, or the return to nature offered by an eco-friendly green burial. By formalizing these details now, you lift a heavy logistical weight off your family's shoulders. When the time eventually comes, your loved ones can focus entirely on supporting each other, sharing memories, and celebrating your life, knowing they are honoring your exact wishes. Navigating the options for a final farewell can feel overwhelming, but you do not have to do it alone. For further guidance, planning tools, and support during these difficult times, Funeralist.com is here to help. We encourage you to visit the website for comprehensive information, step-by-step checklists, and empathetic advice tailored to your needs. Let us provide a guiding hand to help your family honor your loved one perfectly. Thank you so much for watching and engaging with such an important topic. Remember, understanding your options for a funeral, memorial, or celebration of life empowers you to make informed, meaningful decisions for your loved ones. If you found this guide helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more supportive content. We also invite you to share your thoughts or personal experiences in the comments below. Take care, and we will see you next time.